Good morning, folks. It's June 19, 2021. I'm here on the lower end of Truman Lake. It's a Saturday and it's going to be a hot day. It's already here, the sun's just coming up and it's 78 degrees. It's supposed to get up into the mid 90s. It's been hot all week. The water temperature is 83 degrees. I'm going to try to pull some crankbaits today. I've never been down in this area before. I came out here and scanned a little bit. I'm over on the bluff side. I'm going to troll along the bluff, try to go with the wind. The wind's blowing a little bit this morning, not too bad. Supposed to get up to about 10 miles an hour. I'm just going to go fishing. I'm going to put some crankbaits out. I'll show you my gear set up here in a minute. You've seen it before. Nothing new, but I'm going to just troll along this bluff in the deeper water. I side scanned a little bit coming in here and there was some fish out here, a lot of shad. So I'm gonna drag some crankbaits through them, see if we can catch a few crappie. Stay with me. Okay, I'm gonna show you my gear setup this morning. And I wanna first show you my new double seat setup. John Thomason from Double Seat sent me this double seat setup bracket and I really like it. He painted it to match my boat, white and red, and put my Mike Baker's video logo on there. This is really a good setup. I mean, it's adjustable. These arms move in and out, and the seat platforms, actually, there's a collar in here, and those will raise up. If you want to raise your seat up or down, they're adjustable. This thing's very stable. It's a great setup. Thank you, John. I appreciate you sending that to me. I've moved my Driftmaster trolling rack to this boat. I had it on my other boat in the last crankbait video I did, but I moved it. I'm in my Bass Cat Jaguar today, so I put it on the back. I've got my same rods I used in my last video. I love these rods. These are Sam's Super Salt crankbait, or not crankbait, but cranking rods from B&M. These are great rods, great action. I've painted the tips yellow to try to see them a little better on the video. And I'm using the HH reels, bait cast reels. I love these reels, they cast smooth. I have 8-pound high-vis K9 line. I've kind of gone to this K9 line. I was a fan of Vicious for a long time. I still like Vicious line, but this K9 seems to be a little bit smaller diameter than the Vicious, and it's very tough. I've started using it. I like it a lot, so I've got K9 line on all these reels. I'm going to start out today with 4 Bandit 300s and 2 200s. This is a 200, and just kind of see if we can locate some fish, see what they prefer, and then we'll go from there like we always do. I got a chartreuse shad color, a Mistake, this the old faithful splatterback in the 200, chrome and blue in the 200, a splatterback in the 300, and then the old perch, the natural born enemy of the crappie, sun perch. That's a good one too. So I'm going to get set up and get started, and let's see if we can catch some fish. Okay, folks, here we go. I've got my speed set at 1.6 miles per hour. I'm going with the wind. I'm putting my Bandit 200 on the very outside to start with, just because it will run the shallowest, so I'll get it furthest away from the boat. Just give it a long cast and a little extra line. As always, I just cast out to the side. Oh, I got a fish already on that one. Boy, that didn't take long. I didn't even get my baits all out. Oh, that feels like a nice fish. Yes, sir. Ski this little baby in here. Oh, yeah. Come on, stay on top. Oh, got one there, too. This may turn out to be a good day. Folks, I haven't been trolling 5 minutes. Oh, wow. Yes, sir. On the old mistake. Look at that. Let's see what's on this other one. Already starting out with a... Which one was it? Yeah, I think there's one there. Boy. What a beautiful day. Is there a fish there? No, I think that one's gone. Maybe that wasn't the right one. We've got to pay more attention when these rods start bouncing. I get all excited. I look over and I forget which rod was bouncing. All right, that one didn't have one. I'm gonna cast it out to the side. I'm gonna rotate this one in and this one out. No chance of line cross doing that. All right, let's see what we got here. It's a nice fish. Yes, sir. It's a dandy to start off with. Let's just see how long that fish is. Man, yeah, that fish is a little over 13 inches long. Great fish to start off with on the old mistake. I'm not keeping any fish today, so I'm gonna let him go. Thank you. Okay, on the mistake. Maybe that's gonna be the bait of choice today. Cast it out to the side. Oh, got one on this. Well, I don't know. It was bouncing, but I don't think there's a fish there. That was the 200. All right. Well, actually, it wasn't the 200. It was the 300. Get the other 200 out. Got one out here. I may be on a tree. These baits will come over that timber and they'll bounce off those limbs. And if you just let them work, most of the time they'll bounce and come up over it. All right, see if we can finally get our next bait out. All right, sit down, take a rest. There's a fish, yep. Stepping on my scale, got another one there. Come on up, yep. That's on the chartreuse shad, not very big. I'm gonna crash. A lot of work, but it's fun. Gotta watch what you're doing, watch your rods. Try to keep the hook out of your finger. All right, little bitty one. Okay, as always, that came on the inside rod, but I'm gonna cast it far to the outside, past these two lines. I'm just gonna move these two lines in. That way they'll track right along and I don't cross over. I'm gonna move this seat up front. I don't need it. show you this adjustable arm on this double seat I was telling you about. It's got a collar in there, and you can raise that up. I don't know if you can see that very well, and then you just tighten it down with this knob, and you can keep that arm up, or you can put it down. It gives you a few inches of adjustment. Like I say, I'm trolling along a channel bluff line here. I'm trolling right along the edge of it, 46 feet deep. I'm hoping those fish have pulled out in this deeper water. Water's hot, spawn's over. They fed up, and I'll find them a lot of times just out here off these bluff edges in this deeper water. There's fish. Oh man, that feels like a dandy too. Yep, oh yeah. Yes sir, nice fish on the old chartreuse shad. Good one, another good one. Let's see. That fish, just under 12 inches. Nice one. Oh, trying to adjust my microphone cord or battery cord, and I got a fish on. That's on that outside. I'm gonna move out a little bit off this bluff. The crappie seem to be coming on this side, so we'll just get further out in this main channel. That's on the old splatterback. Splatterback. Good bait. Not a huge fish, but it'd be a keeper, I bet. Let's just see. Why guess at it. Yeah, that fish is 10 1/4 inches long. You'd keep that if you were gonna get a mess of fish. Just right out here in the middle of the channel. 69.9 feet of water right now. This is a pretty relaxing way to catch fish and a lot of fun. Take your family out, your kids out. Get the baits out, just sit back and let them work. There it is, just like that. Oh man, oh that's not a crappie. That's not a crappie. Is that another bass or a catfish? I had one hit that one over there. Bass or catfish? I'm saying catfish. That's the other good thing about this trolling crankbaits. You can catch all kinds of different fish. And if you just want to catch some fish and have a fight, it's a fun way to do it. Come on, baby. Oh, Mr. Drum. Oh, Mr. Drum. Even the old drum likes the splatterback. All right, quit now. Let me get a hold of you. These drum have these little old bitty mouths. And when they get these treble hooks in there, they're hard to get out. Their mouth's so little you can't hardly get a hold of them. Do we have any crappie on by chance? All right. Look at there, got two down. Old drummer, get out of the way. Yeah. I think this will be a crappie. I don't step on and break my rod. Well, I don't know, is it? Oh, there's one there too. No, this is a white bass here. Great. Let's see what this one is. Another white. Usually you catch one white bass, you'll catch more than one. They run in schools. Yep, another white bass. Ooh, old Jesse'd be wanting me to keep these white bass. Makes his fish head soup. I've got a fish out here. I'm gonna have these things so tangled up. And a little black crappie. That's on the 200. It's a pretty little black crappie, isn't it? All right, so I started out with 6 rods. I got 2 left in the water. 4 of them got all tangled up here everywhere. I'm gonna run into the bluff bank. This crankbait trolling is not for the weak of heart. Or faint of heart, whatever you say. All right, let's see what we got here. See if we can get some rods back in the water to catch what we're after. Okay, there's that. Look at there, I got them. The one came off the one bait, flopped around and got on the other bait. Great. White bass. White bass. All right, I'm gonna crash. Ooh, turn quickly. Can't establish a pattern, they're eating everything I've got out. Again, that's a good problem to have. Well, that breeze feels good. It's already hot, folks. And that breeze feels good. Like I said, I'm going with the wind. And I've got my controller set on 1.6 miles per hour. Why? That's just my favorite speed. I've caught a lot of fish going that fast. It's my confidence speed. And as long as they're hitting it at that speed, that's what I run. There's fish. There's a little crappie. That's on the old mistake again. They kind of like that mistake. I may be putting more of those on. Come out of there. Yeah, it's a nice little keeper crappie. Okay, now before all you folks start sending me comments and saying, yeah, you're breaking the law, you can only have 3 rods in Missouri. That is not correct. I can tell you that the law in Missouri is you can fish more than 3 rods, but any rods you have over 3 have to be labeled with your name and address or your name and conservation number. So, on every one of my rods, if you can see that, I take a paint pen and I put my name and conservation number on the back side of them. And there's a fish while I'm trying to explain the law to you. Come on up. Yep. That's a little crappie, I think. Oh, that's a tree right there. That's what that is. Ooh. Yep, I'm gonna lose that bait. That's just going to be part of it. Boom! Ah! How's that for a fiasco? And you know what? I still got my fish. Oh, a little old white bass caused all that trouble. I got in there close to the trees and I got a bait on the tree. And I wasn't able to let the tension off quick enough for that bait to back off and swim back up. Sometimes you're just going to hang them up and you're going to lose them. And that's what I did there. That's just part of it when you're fishing in the trees. I'll stay out off of them a little more. That is a mess. See that? I won't be getting that out. I don't think. That is why I bring extra rods. I just so happen to have another one. I hate to tell on myself, but earlier I cast out a bait and I forgot to click my reel and lock the reel in place, and I kept noticing the rod tip bouncing a little bit. Well, it just kept pulling the line out of my rod until it finally stripped every bit of the line out. So I lost a whole spool full of line and a crankbait, but that's what happens. So you're kind of seeing a blooper show today, maybe. I've got more K9 line. We'll be spooling up tonight. I like to skirt those trees, and sometimes I get a little adventurous. And when you do that, you're going to catch some fish, but you're also going to lose some baits. Okay, I'm getting down here toward the end of where this channel runs against the bluff. There's a fish. Yeah, I'm dragging it, little one. I think I'm going to reel them in and go right back down where we started. Seemed like there was more fish on that other end. Yeah, there's a little crappie on the splatterback. Be a nice keeper crappie. Not huge, but good crappie. Sorry, buddy. Little black crappie. Okay, folks, I've made a move. I came back up into the wind to the end where I started. I came a little bit, I came a little beyond that, and I'm gonna start and go right back down that line I was on, again going with the wind, 1.6 miles per hour. I changed out a couple of my baits. I wasn't doing much on the 200 Bandit, so I got rid of them, and instead I'm gonna put a jointed shad wrap on here. If you can see that, I'm gonna try this. I've caught a lot of fish on this jointed shad wrap. I'm gonna fish that, and I've put a Bomber 6A on here. That's a great bait. Caught a lot of fish on that 6A Bomber. So let's get them out. Fish. Yeah, that's fish right off. Well, that didn't take long. Come on, that's a crappie. Isn't it? Yeah. Get it up on top and ski it. Yeah, there's another nice little crappie. That's on that mistake again. I probably should have and thought about going to more mistakes, but I caught a few fish on it, just not enough, I thought, to establish a pattern just yet, but I'm getting real close. Yeah, nice little fish. There's fish. I think that's a crappie. Yeah, got it up on top, finally. Yes, sir. There we go. That's the old sun perch coming through. That's a nice crappie. Boy, these Mustad red triple grip hooks, they grab them. I mean, they grab them. Yeah, nice little fish right there. Let's just see. Everybody wants to know how long they are. That fish is 11.5 inches long. Nice crappie. Thank you. That's on the old sun perch. What we got going on here? Oh, I don't know if there's a fish there. I think there is. I don't know. Oh yeah, he just pulled back on me. Got one on this outside rod. See, we just dropped into that channel. I think being in the channel makes a difference. I don't know. Yes, sir. Another black crappie. Let's see what we got out here. This might be the fish of a lifetime. Feels pretty good. Yeah. Yeah, another nice crappie. Okay, I'm a believer. Mistake is a good crappie bait on this part of Truman Lake on this day at this time. Yeah, it's a dandy fish. All right, get it back out. It's a good little area right here. Get the old sun perch back out. The mortal enemy. Oh yeah, I got a fish down there, I forgot. He just reminded me. He just reminded me. Sorry. Little black, that'd be a keeper on the old chartreuse shad. Better turn. It's about 9 o'clock. We haven't been out here very long. We've caught quite a few fish, but I've got to go in early. Boat traffic's picking up, although it's not bad on Truman Lake even in the middle of the day. But it's starting to get hot out here, and I need to get off the water. I just wanted to show you a little bit more about how I troll crankbaits. We caught a few fish. Probably caught more white bass than we did crappie, but we caught a few fish. And I hope you enjoyed the show. I hope you learned something. Keep watching. I'm going to do some more videos. I'm going to do some more long lining videos with jigs. I want to learn more about that, and so I'll do some shows on that. People seem to like that last one I did, so I'll do some more. But thanks for being with me. As always, I hope you'll hit the subscribe button, hit the thumbs up button, and hit the notification bell. Check my description below for the equipment I use, my cameras, my gear, and there's some information down there for you. But thanks for being with me.